Assalamu alaikum, dear friends.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
I am Tahama a 10-year-old student of Madrasatu Nabi Ibrahim alayhi salatu wassalam. Today I want to be giving thanks to my Imam, or my teacher, Imam Iddrisu, Madugu, Mohammed, for teaching me and having all the time to teach me. So today I'm going to be giving you a very short lecture, or should we say a presentation on the virtues of knowledge. So today our hadith was narrated by Abuu Huraira, the father of Huraira. So we are going to begin our presentation. So أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. فضل العلم, virtues of knowledge. وعن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه, the father of Huraira, may Allah be pleased with him. عن رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال, that the messenger, may peace and blessings be upon him, said, Man salaka tariqan yaltamisu fihi ilman, whosoever travels a path in search of knowledge, sahala lahu tariqan ila al-jannah, Allah will make easy for him the path to Jannah. وَمَجْتَمَعَ قَوْمٌ فِي بَيْتٍ مِنْ بُيُوتِ اللَّهِ, people do not gather in a house among the houses of Allah. يَتْلُونَ كِتَابَ اللَّهِ, reading the book of Allah. وَيَتَدَارَسُونَهُ بَيْنَهُمْ, and learning it among themselves. Illa, except nasalat alayhim sakina, except when tranquility or peace descends upon them. Wa ghashiyatuhum rahmah, and mercy will envelop them. It will encapsulate them. It's going to cover them. Wow. Okay. وَحَفَّتْ rahmah. وَحَفَّتْ malaika, and the angels will surround them. وَذَكَرَهُمُ اللَّهُ فِي مَنْ إِنْدَهُ, and Allah will mention their name to those who are closer to him. So over here, we are talking about the angels.
MashaAllah.
So now I'm going to start to explain the hadith.
All right.
So, an Abuu Huraira radiallahu anhu, narrated by the father of Huraira, may Allah be pleased with him. An Rasulullah sallallahu.
Maybe I should be asking you what matters here.
Okay.
Since you have already made a presentation of the meaning, right?
Yes, please.
So now we are going to take it bit by bit so that we get everything clear. You mentioned that man salaka tariqan, whoever travels a path or whoever embarks on a journey in pursuit of knowledge.
Yes.
Okay. Now, why is it that knowledge is likened or compared to a journey?
Okay. Is compared to a journey because you can't just wake up and then you already know everything.
Okay.
Yes. Someone can't just wake up and, for example, you've never been to school before. You don't know anything at all. So you can't just wake up today and say, oh, this is a mansion, when you know you've never been to school before, and you just get up and say, this is a mansion. That's not possible. Okay. For instance...
So why is it a journey?
Okay, it's a journey because, for instance, if you want to build a house...
Okay. Why are you using a house?
Because I'm spiking to be an engineer.
Okay, you aspire to be an engineer,
Yes.
right? Okay, so go
I
on.
aspire to be an engineer.
Okay.
So, if you want to build a house, first of all, you have to possess a piece of land.
Okay.
You have to own a piece of land.
Okay.
Then you have to get your structure.
Okay.
Yes. Then you can start building the house.
Okay.
When you are done building the house, you can add in your finishing touches.
Okay.
Then you add your interior decor and your exterior decor.
All right.
Just to beautify the house.
Okay, so it means it's a step-by-step
Process. It's a step-by-step process.
So that makes it a journey.
That makes it a journey.
So the same with knowledge, right?
With knowledge.
When you are pursuing knowledge, you have to start from somewhere to somewhere. How do you start? For example,
if you want to learn the Quran, you have to learn the basics of the alphabet, the Arabic alphabet. Then you have to learn how to join those alphabets.
Okay.
Then you learn the basic tajweed.
Okay.
Then you keep on learning that same tajweed over and over and over again. Then you then start learning the Quran until you can just read the Quran
fluently or eloquently. Very good. Very good. So it means you cannot just get up and you are able to read Quran.
Yes.
You're not a prophet, right?
Yes.
You have to follow the journey.
The journey.
All right. So enough with the journey. Now you said, "Sahalallahu lahu tariqan ilal Jannah." Allah makes easy for him the path to Jannah. Now, how does knowledge, the pursuit of knowledge, okay? How does the pursuit of knowledge make easy the path to Jannah?
Well, if I must, I would use the Quran as an example.
All right.
You see, Allah gave the Quran so many names.
All right.
I'm just going to state 3 of them.
All right.
We have Hablillah,
Okay. Which means
the rope to Allah, or
Okay.
the rope of Allah.
all right.
For example, if you want to go from Accra to Kumasi,
All right.
and you've never been to Kumasi,
All right.
you would need a GPS, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yes. So you have to follow the route the GPS will give you.
Okay.
And if you miss one turn, yes, you can get lost, or you will just be in a total mess.
Okay.
Because
So instead of Kumasi, you end up going to Cape Coast.
Cape Coast, yes.
Okay, because
you
you've
know that
missed
you missed the route.
The route. Okay.
The route.
Yeah.
So maybe you will have to reverse back to where you are. That's if only you have the opportunity to
So it means you are just going to suffer.
suffer.
So now the rope of Allah Azza wa Jal, it means when you are disconnected from the rope of Allah, what happens?
It's just disaster.
Disaster upon disaster.
Yes.
Moral what?
Moral bankruptcy.
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 Bankruptcy. So you're morally bankrupt.
Yes.
You will lose all your sense of morality.
Yes.
Your sense of conscience.
Yeah.
Anything that puts you on the right path to do things right.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
So it means the Quran is a rope of Allah. It connects us with Allah.
Yes.
The day there is a disconnect between us and that rope, we are lost.
You are lost. Totally lost.
All right. So another name. You said you are going to give us 3 names.
Yes. An-Nur,
Okay. An-Nur. Okay.
which means the light.
Allah said, "Wa anzalna ilaykum nuran mubina." We have sent down to you a plain light. That is the
Yes.
Quran. All right. So how does that add up?
Okay. So, if someone tells you to close your eyes and walk from Chado to Achimota, oh, that's too much. Okay, let's say Chado to Bemakam.
Okay.
You just close your eyes and walk from Chado to Bemakam. There's going to be a lot of possibilities that will reduce your chance of survival.
Great.
Because 1, you might stumble or trip upon a rock and fall on your head. You can also get into a car accident.
Okay.
You might also walk into maybe a
So
fire.
this is an accident between human being and a car. Not even a car and a car.
Yes.
Oh my God. All right.
Yes. So, for example, someone can set a fire unguided.
Okay.
You can just simply walk inside. Yes, it's possible.
And you burn into ashes.
Burn into ashes.
Wow.
Especially if there's no one around to help you.
Wow.
Yes. relates to the Quran.
And
Because
the light.
yes, if you break away from a no,
Okay.
like I said, if there's no one to help you come out from the ashes or from the fire, you will die.
Okay.
Which will be disastrous.
Okay.
So if there's no one to help you gain the love or the strength or the light of the Quran, it's just going to be disastrous.
Which means you are going to live in blindness, in
darkness.
And we all know what happens when you live in darkness.
Yes.
Even when you are sent to the room to go and look for something, you have never been to that room before.
Yes.
And there is no light in the room, and we are in the middle of the night.
Yes.
Imagine what happens to you when you are asked to go and pick some pen somewhere. How do you even tell where that pen is located?
Yes.
So the Quran being a nur, being a light, is going to brighten the way for you so that you are able to tell right from wrong. You are able to tell where to pass and where not to pass. I like that example. Now, what name again are you giving us so that we quickly roll in?
Okay, we have Al-Kitab.
Al-Kitab. What does it mean?
The book or the manual.
Okay, I like that translation. Manual.
Yes,
all right.
manual. So let me use a manual.
Okay.
For instance, you go and buy a phone.
All right.
Or a camera. You know you've never used that type of phone.
Okay.
It's completely new. You don't know how to use a phone. Even how to on the phone is a problem for you.
Wow.
And then you decide you are not going to use the manual.
Mm.
You're going to throw it away and figure it out yourself.
Mm.
How do you think you would operate the phone?
Wow.
You might even end up spoiling the phone.
Wonderful.
Because you will just do something right now and then you spoil the memory, you spoil the screen or something like that.
You might even lock the phone.
Lock the phone, yes. Which you have to pay extra for them to fix for you.
Wonderful.
Yes. So it's just like the price you have to pay when you mess with the book, the manual. That's what Allah sent us. It was a blessing Allah gave us when He gave us the Quran. Because with the Quran, we are told what to do. We have been differentiated between the right and the wrong, the good and bad.
All right.
That's why it's very important for you to use the Quran.
Okay, so simply put, when you have the knowledge of the Quran, it tells you the way to Jannah. It shows you the way to Jannah.
Yes.
It also shows you the way to Jahannam.
Oh, yes.
And if you follow the way to Jannah, you end up in Jannah. When you follow the path to Jahannam, so be. It's your own bowl of kanzu, right?
Yes, or your own cup of tea.
All right. So now, good with that one.
Yes.
So it means the Quran is actually one of the examples. And we also have the Sunnah.
Yes.
Sunnah is what?
Okay, Sunnah is
How many things?
3 things.
3 things. The first one is what? The sayings of the Prophet.
The sayings of the Prophet.
The second one is what?
The acts.
The actions. Okay.
The actions.
And the third one is what?
The
approvals.
The approvals.
Things he has approved of.
Yes.
So these 3 things are what?
The Sunnah.
Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ. So those are also another set of guidance for the Muslim.
Yes.
Now we said people do not gather in a house among the houses of Allah.
Yes.
What are the houses of Allah? Is it only the mosques?
No, not only the mosques.
Okay.
Anywhere people gather all in the name of Allah just to worship Him, show Him honor.
Okay.
But I'm not talking about
to learn about Him.
Or to learn about Allah. For instance, where we are right now,
okay,
it's a house of Allah.
Okay.
Because what we are doing, we are all here in the name of Allah.
Wow.
We are even educating other people.
Okay.
On the name of Allah.
Wonderful. So that makes it a house of Allah.
This makes it a house of Allah.
All right. So we said, people do not gather in a house among the house of Allah. Yatluna kitab Allah, reading the book of Allah. Wa yatadarasunahu bainahum. Illa nazalat alayhim as-sakina. You said they will not be sitting there reading the book of Allah, studying among, except as-sakina descends upon. What is as-sakina?
Tranquility.
What is tranquility?
Peace.
What is peace?
Okay, peace is opposite of war or problems.
Okay, so it means there is going to be a peace of mind.
Peace of mind.
So elaborate on that.
Okay.
When sakina comes upon you, what happens?
Where you all your troubles, it just leaves you.
Wow.
For instance, most of you might see imams who read the Quran and all of a sudden they burst into tears.
Wow.
Those are actually tears of joy. Most are also tears of fear of Allah.
Wonderful.
Yes.
It makes them what?
It makes them feel some relief in them.
Wonderful.
That they know what is actually happening and they are knowing more about the person they are knowing more about their creator.
Wow.
Yes.
Wonderful. So that is a sakina.
Yes.
We say sometimes sakina can make someone cry. Can you give us an example of someone who cried as a result of sakina?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. There was a story of Prophet Mohammed sallallahu alaihi wasallam and then his wife Khadija
radiallahu
anha.
All right.
Allah be pleased.
Why do you say anha?
Because it's a female.
All right.
Allah be pleased with her.
Amin summa amin.
So one day Allah sent angel Jibril to come all the way to earth to deliver a message to Khadija radiallahu anha.
Through who?
Through Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
All right.
So
what was the message?
The message was that Allah has sent greetings to Khadija radiallahu anha. Yes.
So what happened?
So when Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam went to give the message to Khadija radiallahu anha, she burst into tears because she didn't know what exactly she did that she deserved this type of honor. She was so happy that she even burst into tears. That shows that tranquility descended upon her.
Mashallah, tabaraka. May Allah bless you.
And
so
also,
now, okay, go on.
Yes, and that's the type of that's just the type of tranquility
that makes a person break into tears. Sometimes you'll be worshipping Allah Azza wa Jalla in the depths of the night when everybody is asleep.
Yes.
And you just break into tears. Someone who doesn't understand the concept of sakina will say, look at him, he's very sad. But he doesn't know that the happiness you are feeling at that particular state is deeper than
most
any kind of...
Most of them can even tell you that you're not serious. You're crying because of this thing.
You see?
Yes.
Because they fail to understand the concept of what?
Allah.
Yes, or as-sakina.
Sakina.
Very good. So we say, well, إِلَّا عَلَيْهِمُ السَّكِينَةُ وَغَشِيَتْهُمُ الرَّحْمَةُ.
And mercy will envelop them.
Wow.
It will encapsulate them. It will cover them, actually.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yes.
So how does that happen?
Well, when you know the meaning of mercy means when Allah has finally forgiven you.
Wow.
He has showered you with blessings.
Wonderful.
And everything.
Wonderful.
Yes.
So when you are having the mercy of Allah, it means you are very close to the forgiveness of Allah.
Yes, very close.
It means you are going to be clean.
Very clean. You have a very pure heart and soul.
Allahu Akbar.
The spirit in you would.
And it means knowledge is very important.
Yes.
Oh my God.
It's very, very important.
What do you say to people who are not perceiving knowledge?
They're following the wrong path. Go and change.
May Allah guide all of us.
But there are some knowledge you are not supposed to learn actually.
Okay.
Yes, we have good knowledge and bad knowledge.
Explain that. Are you talking about beneficial and non-beneficial?
Yes,
or
beneficial and non-beneficial knowledge.
Okay. Should we go there or we should just continue?
Let me just give you a little bit information.
Okay.
There are some knowledge we are supposed to pursue. That is called the beneficial knowledge.
Okay.
For example, we are supposed to pursue the knowledge of the Quran.
Okay.
Not only the Quran, but what we learn at schools.
Okay.
Yes, that is a beneficial knowledge.
Okay.
But unbeneficial knowledge.
Basically, beneficial knowledge that benefits you spiritually and materially.
Yes.
So any knowledge that does not benefit you spiritually and materially
is
non-beneficial.
Yes. For example, lottery is an unbeneficial knowledge.
Okay.
Yes.
So someone who wants to go and learn how to do lottery,
yes.
he will just destroy himself, right?
Yeah.
Or someone who wants to go and learn knowledge of raising his beard.
Yes.
Alcohol.
Yes. He wants to go and test it and have some knowledge in there.
Yes.
He's going to destroy himself. All right, so we go on.
Yes.
So we said,
So yeah, actually,
وَحَفَّتْهُمُ الْمَلَائِكَةِ.
yes, and the angels will surround them. They'll build just beautiful, eloquent worlds around you.
Wow, with their wings.
With their wings.
All right.
Some even say that they are going to stand on top of each other all the way until they reach to Allah and start pleading for forgiveness for you.
Wow.
This is a very good blessing.
Allahu Akbar.
Everyone will wish for that.
And we also remember that Allah Azza wa Jal, even though He knows,
Yes.
will ask them, what is happening? Why did you come together this way?
Yes.
Then they will say, we met some of your servants in one of your houses, thinking about you, just mentioning about you, learning about you.
Yes.
So what would Allah Azza wa Jal tell them?
Allah Azza wa Jal would say that,
what do they want?
What do they want? Then they'll say, the house of Jannah.
Allahu Akbar.
And then you ask them, have they ever seen Jannah before?
Mm-hmm.
They'll say no.
Allahu Akbar.
But Allah will ask them again, what will they do when they see the house of Jannah?
Allah.
Or what will they do when they see Jannah?
Okay, so which means if they had seen the Jannah before physically,
what
would they have done?
Yes, they would have stayed there and never returned back to earth.
Allah.
Now that's the yes.
And what do they want again?
Okay.
Say they don't want to go to Jahannam.
Okay.
Have they ever seen Jahannam before?
Mm-hmm.
No. If they have seen Jahannam, what would they have done? They would have stayed there and never returned to
Okay,
earth.
they would have stayed at a place of worship, at a place of learning, where they are.
Where they are.
Without leaving.
Yes.
Okay. So what would Allah Azza wa Jal tell them?
Allah Azza wa Jal will say, today you bear witness that I have forgiven all of them.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. وَذَكَرَهُمُ اللَّهُ فِي مَنْ عِنْدَ. And Allah Azza wa Jal will mention their names to those who are with Him. Explain that one to us.
Okay. Allah is going to mention your name to those who are closer to Him, which are the angels. So you can just imagine Allah will be sitting on His throne. Then He will see you learning like what we are doing here, and He will just mention your name. Oh, Imam Iddrisu, oh, Tahama, oh, Tipaya, Talimbo, anyone who is learning with us name. And then He will say it to all the angels. For example, let me just move away from there and bring it to real life situations.
All right.
If the president of Ghana, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo,
All right. For example. All right.
mention your name once he's giving a speech, mentions your name as someone who has really helped him through the tough time, or as his best friend.
Wow.
How would you feel? Like you see your friends and you be like, did you watch the news last night? And I don't mention my name.
Wow.
You feel this kind of joy and proud in your body. Like you feel like burying your head in happiness.
Allah.
Oh my God, I love.
Wow.
I can't wait to see my own.
Wow. All right, so this ends our lesson for the virtues of knowledge.
Yes, please.
So what advice do you have for the people who are seeking knowledge?
So, I advise that you take the Quran seriously. Right. You take your Islam studies very seriously. Right. And then you do whatever you have to do to get you to Allah.
So what about those who are not learning? What advice do you have for them? Those who don't want to learn?
Okay, actually, I would want to tell you that if you have the chance now, you should learn, because most people who are dead and gone wished they had the opportunity now to learn. Allah. Because they are just seeking for forgiveness over and over again. So I think that's the advice I have for people who don't want to learn.
Jazakallah khairan. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa
rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.